friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you had an amazing week. My name is Nicole if we've never met before. I am a new mom and I live in Nashville, Tennessee. My daughter Willa, she just woke up from a nap, and so we are playing under her play gym right now, and it looks really nice outside. The sun is shining, and so I think we might go on a walk. However, I'm trying to decide if it's one of those days that like looks warmer than it is. We got such a tease of spring last week and the weather was so nice, and then Sunday the sun was out but it was so cold. So I'm trying to figure out which day it is because I would love to go to the park right now. But today I thought it would just be fun to do a little cozy day in the life vlog. You guys seem to really be loving these ones these days as I take you through my day and figure out how to be a mom. So I thought we'd just hang. To be honest, I feel like a lot of my days are boring and I get so nervous about filming these videos because I'm like, nobody's gonna wanna watch these. I'm not really doing anything that exciting. But I know that's not true, and I've also been trying to challenge myself to do something outside the house once a day, whether that's putting her in the stroller and going on a walk, or yesterday we got in the car and just drove down the road to this little indoor market and we got some donuts and coffee and some flowers, and we were only out for an hour, but it just brightened my day so much. And it also is fun for her. I feel like she does better, like she naps so much better when she's like doing something and has a lot of activity during her wake windows so that she's actually tired. So I've been trying to get her out of the house and switch up the scenery, give her new experiences, and she seems to be loving it. Otherwise, we just stare at the same things all day. And we've got about an hour and a half of playtime before we have to go back down for a nap. So I think we should go see if we can get a walk. We're gonna have a great day. What do you think about that? What do you think, sissy? So I think I told you guys last week that we are going to Paris in the spring, and I'm so excited, and I have to show you what just came in the mail. We got the new stroller from UPPAbaby. It's the Minu V3, and it's the perfect travel stroller. Okay, watch this. It literally opens with one button. It's so compact. You've got storage, you've got storage underneath there. This shade extends all the way down to completely cover them up if they're trying to take a nap. This comes down to let them sleep, or you can sit them up. And the coolest part, watch this when it goes back. With one button, it goes back down, and then you can carry it. Guys, this is game changer. Like, seriously, I can walk through the airport like this. Also, this fits in the overhead bin. It's amazing. So we're taking this to Paris with us. I'm really excited to try it out on an actual trip. This will be our first time not taking the big stroller, so fingers crossed. So last week was a big week. Willa turned 4 months, which I still can't wrap my mind around. She is literally closer to 6 months old and being half a year than she was when she was born. That's crazy to me. If you know anything about babies, one of the big milestones is the 4-month sleep regression. We have hit that. And so last week or 2 weeks ago, Chandler and I started sleep training, which is basically a fancy term for trying to get her to sleep through the night and no longer sleeping in our room. That was super bittersweet. We loved having her in our room, but she was getting to a point where she was waking up like every 2 hours and we could not get her to go back to sleep. So it was time. We just cold turkey one night, put her in the nursery. And if you're a new mom or you want more sleep in your life and you're curious about sleep training, what we're doing is really similar to what they recommend in the book Baby Wise and Taking Care of Babies. It's all kind of like similar strategy, and it's not the cry it out method. I did not feel good about that. But this one, I would say conservative approach to helping and training your baby how to sleep, which when you think about it is gonna benefit them for their whole lives. Like knowing how to sleep and get good quality sleep is gonna make them the best versions of themselves. And so I have to keep reminding myself of that on the nights it gets hard because we've had some pretty hard nights. But essentially what we're doing, and again, every baby's different. Parenting, there's no right answer. And so if this doesn't work for your family or your baby, just take it with a grain of salt. I'm just sharing this for anybody interested. Essentially what we're doing is being a lot more intentional and scheduled with our feedings and naps. Yo, how does this like slick back hair blown? I look like a bald eagle. So what we're doing is feeding every 3 hours. So 7, 10, 1. And then in the afternoons, we have to sneak in an extra feed because the whole goal is to get 6 feeds in during the day so they have more calories and more food in their bellies to keep them fuller so that they don't feel the need to wake up in the middle of the night and eat. So instead of 7, 10, 1, 4, 7, 10, we kind of squish them together at the end of the day. We do 7, 10, 1, 3:30, 5:30, and 7 is her last feed. Then at 10 p.m. when Chandler and I go to bed, we do a dream feed, which basically means take them out of the crib while they're asleep, feed them while they're asleep, and get them back in the crib while they're asleep. The whole goal is that they don't wake up. And then I'm still waking up once a night to feed her. So I set an alarm for 2:30, and then I feed her then, again, completely asleep, and then she normally makes it to 7. It's been amazing. I'm genuinely so shocked by how quickly she's picked up on it and she slept through the night more nights than she hasn't. Now that she's 4 months, we could probably drop a feed. Like sometimes she doesn't eat at that 5:30 feed because she's not usually hungry back to back like every hour and a half, 2 hours. Again, the more calories during the day, the better. And so we've been using that as kind of like a fun feed. And since she's still learning how to take the bottle, that's when we practice the bottle. So she feeds at 3:30. If she takes it, great. If she doesn't, it's also fine because then she has her last feed at 7. She still doesn't love naps. She's pretty consistently waking up at 45 minutes. We haven't quite been able to get her to get past that, but I'm confident here in a couple weeks she's gonna make it to, we shoot for like an hour 15, hour 30 naps, and right now pretty much every time we're having to go in there and like soothe her back to sleep and help her get to the end. All right, tiny girl, it's time to take a nap. Are you ready to go night-night? We're gonna take a nap, and then you get to wake up, and we're gonna play, and we might read some stories, and maybe we'll make some cookies so Daddy has some when he gets home. I need you to be on your best behavior and try to make it to an hour and a half, okay? Okay. One thing I've been thinking a lot about lately is this whole idea that in postpartum you have to bounce back, and why that's even a thing, because the fact that our bodies as women are able to give birth to begin with is such a miracle. Like, why do we have to bounce back? Why do we want to go back to looking exactly how we did before? Why is that a requirement? Your body changing and looking different are signs that you gave birth and created an incredible human, and that I feel like is something to be celebrated. However, I realize that there is a lot of pressure, it seems, to bounce back after you've had a baby. And even I've been asked questions like, how'd you bounce back so quick? And like, almost like it's this competition of who can bounce back the quickest. And let's just say it was a competition and I bounced back the day after I gave birth. Like, that would be weird. People would be like, something's not right here. You know, like you just gave birth. I just wanted to talk about it because I feel like it's something that can and probably does scare a lot of women away from getting pregnant because they don't want to lose their bodies completely. And truthfully, when people ask me how I bounced back, I didn't. Like, I think since I had Willa, I've gone to the gym a total of 4, maybe 5 times. Like, I have not gotten back into a good exercise routine, which I don't love because it was part of my morning routine for so many years. And exercise makes me feel good. And it's just been really hard to find time to get to the gym. Most days I don't have time. I have done a couple workouts at home on YouTube. MadFit is my favorite channel for that. But even then, I usually have to schedule it during a nap time, which is usually when I work or shower. So it's just been really hard to figure out a consistent time to exercise. Other than that, now that the weather's getting nicer, I've been going on more walks with Willa. But guys, I have not really been doing anything to bounce back. I will say one thing I do think helped me a lot in my recovery, and I talked about this a little bit before on this channel, was how I took care of myself pre-pregnancy. So ever since I kind of got through my season of disordered eating and learned about nutrition and how to take care of myself, I have tried to be very intentional and diligent to be active multiple times a week and really focusing on a healthy, high protein diet. And so as fun as it is, smoothie bowls have changed the game for me because I can add scoops of protein powder, extra nutritional boost to make these like really compact, nutrient-dense, high protein meals. And while I was pregnant, I tried to exercise as much as I could consistently up until I gave birth. I know that that's not possible for everybody, but I do think that made a huge difference when it came to my recovery because I really didn't do a whole lot after I gave birth. I kind of thought once the 6 weeks were up where I got cleared to exercise again, I would be able to kind of add everything back into my normal schedule, and I haven't been able to. And again, everybody's body is different, but that's why I'm so passionate about taking care of yourself in your everyday. Like, the small choices really do add up. And so drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, moving your body 30 minutes a day, eating whole foods, fruits, vegetables, proteins, staying away from processed foods as much as possible, cooking at home, growing your own food. I don't do all of those things every day, but I do them consistently enough that it makes a difference. So anyways, I just wanted to share that because it's been on my heart, and I have had my fair share of struggles with my body and body image and exercise and my relationship with food. And I just never want anyone to look at me and think that I have it all together or think that I'm perfect or think that I've got it figured out, because I don't. And again, everybody's body is different. So you can't look at someone and be like, oh my gosh, she has it better off and I don't look like that, and so my situation's any less. Like, that's not true. And I had all kinds of things said to me, good and bad, about things that at the end of the day just don't matter and are completely outside of my control. So if you take anything from this video, please remember that how you look is the least important thing about you. Mic drop.
Hi, pretty girl.
It's a little later in the day. Willa has taken 2 naps since our smoothie bowl conversation. And she actually did pretty good. She made it to 58 minutes on that last nap. I feel like every nap she's getting like 5 minutes longer than before. So hopefully here pretty soon we'll hit an hour 15, hour 30. You're doing a great job. We are going to meet a friend for dinner and I'm so very excited. I don't get to see this friend very much and she's in town. So this is perfect because I didn't have any plans for dinner. She doesn't have any tights and I'm just worried if it's a little cold and she has little dresses on, that she might need some tights. We got some little cream tights. I'm obsessed with knee-high baby socks with bows on them. And she also needed some cream ones. So tell me that there's nothing cuter in the world. These are so cute. Sis, you've got cute socks. I'm dead. I've got Willa in her swing right now because she has not pooped today. And if you've watched my vlogs before, you know that this is her pooping chair. I don't know what it is, but every time she's in this little swing, she poops. And usually so much so, she blows out her whole outfit and we have to change her. So we're not hoping for a blowout, but we do need a poop today, sis, okay? Just get to work. I'm kind of scared she's wearing cream. All right, we just got back from dinner. We gotta show off the outfit before we put our pajamas on. Say we had so much fun with our friend. We're rocking the new socks. Guys, look how cute these are. And I gotta say, I am the biggest fan of bubble whoppers. Whoever invented these needs an Academy Award because they're so stinking cute. Chandler is not here tonight, so I am on a full-time bedtime duty. I think I'm gonna give her a quick bath and help her relax, and then we're gonna read a story and go to bed. So I'm gonna sign off, but thank you so much for watching this week. I hope this vlog brought a smile to your face. If it did, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can join the family. We'll see you next week.